Okay, so good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're gonna play with some Kundalini for the full moon energy that we are experiencing right now. And I don't know about you guys, but it was so powerful last night for me. I mean, I felt the energy in the air, and like it was hard for me to even sleep. I usually fall asleep pretty quickly, and I just felt something pulling me, pulling me, pulling me, and I ended up coming downstairs for a little while before I actually went to sleep or tried to continue to try to fall asleep. And I meditated for a little while, and I took out my crystals, which I haven't in quite a while, because I felt drawn to them. And I just sat and I held some of them in my hand, and I felt the energy moving through. And I love energy. Anybody that knows me knows I love energy. I really relate to vibration and frequency, but I think sometimes I even undervalue how much we are fueled by the energy of nature, by the energy around us. For some reason last night it was so apparent to me. I felt my body vibrating with the moon energy. And so the more that we do practices that consciously connect us to that energy, the more that we can harness and utilize that energy to benefit us. And the full moon energy, it's an energizing energy. So it can really, when harnessed properly, it can start to clear out the fatigue that seems to settle in our bodies, because we're always trying to energize ourselves. But if we eliminated that burnout fatigue, we wouldn't have to energize. Energize would be our natural state, right? So the more that we move into the vibration of nature, the full moon energy, and all the other energies of nature, the less that we would have to do things in order to introduce more vitality, because we would just be on that natural path, that natural vibration. So these exercises are going to help us to be more in tune with that natural vibration. So let's start off like we always do by tuning in, palms together, eyes closed, really feeling the sense of connection between the thumbs, that heart space. Inhale deeply. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo Om Namo Guru Dev Namo Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Pause and take it all in. Noticing the tingling, vibrational feelings, sensations in different areas of your body. Feel your cells dancing as you connect so deeply to that inner wisdom. And take a deep inhale. Squeeze the pelvic floor and the navel center up. Really squeeze, hold that breath in. Flood your senses with that vibrational frequency. And then exhale completely as we move into our next chant. Ad Gare Name, you guys all know it. Do it a celestial communication 3 times. Ad Gare Name, Jugad Gare Name, Sad Gare Name, Siri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name. Jugad Gure Name. Sad Gure Name. Siri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name. Jugad Gure Name. Sad Gure Name. Siri Guru Deve Name. Inhale deeply, and as you do, press your palms toward each other and then overhead in prayer. Squeeze the pelvic floor, the navel center up. Let your eyes roll towards your third eye. Hold that breath. Really hold, hold, hold. And when you can't hold any longer, let your hands move slowly through your auric field as your breath releases. Maybe noticing anything different in the ethers around you. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe feeling that charge of the full moon energy. That fullness, that birthing energy. Letting your fingers touch the earth. Pause and really move into a sense of grounding from below. Where there's so much energy moving through the ethers, it's so important to be grounded, to rise up from the strong, strong foundational energy. Not we're blown away, we're tossed around, we're beat up a little bit. But if you're nice and steady in your seat and in your feet and in your roots, then you can take in that extra energy and allow it to raise you up rather than knock you down. And opening your eyes. Hi, Nora. Place your hands on your knees and we'll begin a little bit of warm up. So just some spinal flexes, starting off slow. Maybe as you move, imagine the glowing full moon just hanging out right in front of you. And each time you move your heart forward, feel that connection. And each time you move your heart back, feel yourself pulling more and more of that energy inside of you. Maybe even begin to imagine that full moon beginning to move inside. Maybe feel it shining from the inside out, glowing, vibrating. And as you do, imagine how expansive your heart must be to be able to hold the energy, the expansiveness of the moon. Feel your bigness, feel how amazingly limitless and infinite you are. We forget that we are the sun and we are the moon and we are the stars. Right? The universe exists inside of us. There's a really cool meditation. I'm going to find it and do it soon, maybe next week. There's a meditation that takes you through that really allows you to experience the sensation that really the universe lives inside of you. You're not a tiny speck in the universe. You are the universe. Continue that cat-cow motion, but start to bring your arms out and in and out and in. So as your heart comes forward wide, as you move back, your hands come together. Keep going. Embracing all the energies around you, embracing all of the possibilities around you. right? When we start to really begin to identify with things like the moon and the sun and the stars, when we start to acknowledge the expansive nature of who we are, then all of a sudden things that seem impossible suddenly become possible. Things that seem like dreams then become a choice, right? This world for us is supposed to be like a smorgasbord. We're supposed to take a look and decide what we want to try and then have the permission to say, yeah, not so great, don't want this, let me try something else. Right? We're not just made for one thing. We have this dharmic path that weaves and moves in circles. Right? Sometimes we realize a dream, and then once we realize that dream, we then realize that we no longer want that dream. Once we've reached it, that was the whole point, the journey, and then we're on to another journey, and that's okay. Next time your arms open wide, your heart shines forward, pause. Inhale your arms up overhead. Let your right hand come down to the right, your left arm move over your left ear toward the right, and then come up and do the other side and keep swaying. Moving with the breeze. Right? The more we get into the habit of not resisting what nature brings to us, but dancing with it, taking it in, the more exciting life becomes, the more energized we become. Right? We're vital energy. Our energy is vital to the story, to the unfolding of the world, of what's going on in this world right now, today. Each of us has a part. So we participate instead of hide. Sometimes I want to hide, sometimes I do. 24-hour rule, though. I can't hide for more than 24 hours. After 24 hours, Netflix goes off, the ice cream goes away, the covers get tossed off to the side, and back into life. Next time you come up, both arms up, stretch, 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 palms together to your heart center, and just pause for a moment and feel. Notice anywhere in your body that you are holding an emotion. Notice what emotion comes up and see where you feel it in your body. And if you're not sure, just kind of guess, just kind of decide. And just think about that and hold that, because we're going to pause and notice that from time to time during our practice today, just to play and see how our practice moves our emotions, moves that energy. All right, so we're going to move into a meditation that most of you probably know, and it's known as a meditation for prosperity, but it's also a full moon meditation. It's actually called the Moon Kriya. And all you do is you simply hold your hands like this, and you're going to hit the moon centers together on a had, and then had. So, and on this had, your right thumb crosses under your left. So there's like this little hitting together there like that. Can you see that? Yeah. So it's going to be had, 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 had. And on each had, your navel is moving up and back as well. Your eyes are going to be closed, and if possible, gently focus at the third eye. If that becomes really uncomfortable, you can move back and forth from that focus and just a soft gaze through the back of the eyelids closed. All right? So this is a moon kriya, and each time those moon centers, this is called the moon center, this fleshy part underneath the pinky over here on the side, every time those moon centers hit, what you're doing is you're inviting more of that vital moon energy in. And each time these fingers hit, you're taking that energy and you're really bringing it down. You're rooting it down inside of you. So you're inviting it in, and then you're rooting it inside of you. All right. So start with palms up, eyes closed. I'm going to start off with the hads, but then I'm going to be quiet so I don't throw you off. And let's begin. Had, 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 had. And just keep going at your own pace. 3 minutes. It said that the moon energy that you're bringing in brings with it clarity. It gives you the power, or it gives you the acknowledgement of the power you have to create your reality. Finding your own rhythm. This Kriya supports the energy of purity, perseverance, consistency. Supports a sattvic lifestyle. The energy that we bring into our body when it's pure, we're able to be calm and cool no matter what is going on around us. Supports us in bringing an energy of clarity and coolness. It says here that this Kriya allows you to live your sustained saintly self. Each of you is a saint. One more minute. Take a deep inhale. Keep the hands going. Just take a deep inhale. Hold the breath in. The hands continue to go. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze everything up. Exhale as your palms come to your knees, eyes closed. Pause and feel. So Had is the creative energy of God. We're calling upon that creative energy, that moon energy. The moon energy is that feminine energy of creation, and the full moon is the birthing of something, right? The ripening of everything that you've moved through for the past 30 days, this last moon cycle. The experiencing of that, and then the letting go of that as we move into that new moon. So the full moon is a lesson in non-attachment. We realize our dreams, our desires. We take them in, we enjoy them, and then we allow them to stay or go, whatever they're supposed to do, without grasping. We make space for what's next. What a way to live, right? Beautiful. All right. So opening your eyes, we're going to move into a Kriya that's really good for seasonal affective disorder. So that underlying little bit of depression that some of us experience this time of year, when there is, so little light, when 4:30 is nighttime. So I don't know about you guys, but I do experience that sometimes. This little mild, it almost doesn't feel like depression, but it just feels like something pulling me down, like I could sleep forever. So this is really helpful for that. It also brings a sense of vitality and a sense of empowerment. So you're going to start standing up. Come to the top of your mat, stand up. Your feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, and you're just going to angle your feet out a tiny bit. So not like you were going into squat, but as if you were starting, like, so putting them out in that direction, but not super, super wide. Okay. And then once you get there, you're going to bring your arms up so that they are parallel to the ground with your palms facing down. And you're going to inhale. Wait, let me make sure I have this right. Yeah, you're going to inhale as you rise up onto your tippy toes. And then you're going to exhale into chair pose, still on your tippy toes. So your butt just comes back a little bit. And you're going to inhale up and exhale down, going from chair to standing straight, staying on your tippy toes, arms out to the side. And just keep going. Not very long here. Just about another 40 seconds. This is really good for strengthening the quads and the knees. It's also good for your overall circulation. It stretches your sciatic nerve. Right, we get bound up in the knees a lot, and the knees represent our ability to move forward. So moving a lot of that energy that holds us back. Almost there. 10 more seconds. Inhale up, arms overhead, up on your knee, up on your toes. Palms together, exhale down, heels touch the floor, hands to the heart. Pause and feel. And then inhale your arms up to the sky. And slowly exhale to forward fold. And you're going to bend your knees a little bit so that your palms can touch the ground. And you have two choices here. So we're going to do what's called an elephant walk. And so you can leave your palms on the ground and use both your hands and your feet to walk, or you can take your hands and place them on your ankles and walk that way. So either way, it's going to be an awkward walk. And you're just going to walk around the space that you're in now. Either hands on the floor, yep, or on your ankles, and just walk and walk. This is really good, believe it or not, for depression. This is an aerobic exercise that relieves depression. And if this is not good for your back, if it's not good for your knees, then you can dance while you stand. Or you can stay in one place with your hands and your feet on the mat and just kind of move your butt and your hips a little bit. Keep going. You guys are such good sports. I love you guys. So this builds upper arm strength. It stretches the entire body and also brings extra circulation into the head. It's good for your heart. 30 more seconds. If you're standing, just let your body move around. And wherever you are, come back to the center of your mat. Knees bent a lot, let your hands touch the mat. Step one foot back and then the other. Let your knees come to the mat. And find yourself in child's pose for a moment. And just rest in child's pose. Long, deep breaths. So this full moon is the beginning of a very powerful time. Right now, there's all kinds of things going on in the atmosphere. There's going to be an eclipse, I think on the 14th. And then on the 21st, on winter solstice, there's going to be this union, this coming together of Saturn and Jupiter energy. It doesn't happen very often. The last time it happened in any form was about 20 years ago, but the last time it happened on the solstice with everything lined up as it is now was many, many hundreds of years ago. And so it's a very sacred time energetically. Very, very appropriate for the way our world is right now, because we're seeing things now in our world that are pretty unprecedented too. So we need energy. We need new energy. We need something different. And here it is. Take it in. Slowly begin to walk yourself up. You're going to press back into downward facing dog and walk your feet forward to come to a stand at the top of your mat. Come on up. And then once you find yourself standing at the top of your mat, you're going to step your left foot back. Your right foot is facing forward. Your left is parallel with the back of the mat. You're going to bend into that front knee. Your left hand is going to come out in the front with the thumb facing up. Your right arm is going to pull back as if it were pulling back on a string on a bow. You're going to find yourself in archer pose. So Nora, you want your thumb, your arm to be forward and the other arm back? Yeah, there you go. Thumb up. Perfect. And you're just going to breathe long and deep here, really moving into that front knee. Eyes forward. Imagine that you're gazing at an imaginary target. But that target isn't just a target. That target is a goal. It's where you want to be. It's what you want to see in your life. Maybe for yourself, maybe for a loved one, whatever it is, the world. Maybe you're picturing lots of people smiling with a full table of food. Whatever it is, just gaze at that target. Let all of your energy, all of your focus be there. Breathe long and deep. Archer pose is a pose that builds confidence and courage. You're engaging your navel center here, your power center. And you're gazing at the world through your physical eyes, but also through your third eye. That third eye kind of draws the physical eyes together. So we see what we see, but we see it through a different lens. Right? A new interpretation of the way we see our lives, of what's possible. One more long, deep breath in. Step your back foot forward, coming to the top of your mat. Pause, eyes closed, hands at your heart for a moment. Take a long, deep breath in. And as you exhale, switch sides, stepping that right foot back, moving into that same pose on the other side. Your target can remain the same as it was, or you can choose something else to project, to gaze at, to create, because that's what we do in our minds when we start to connect to the energy of something. We start to paint it into our lives, to create it on canvas. So if we're worrying about something we don't want to happen, that's what we're creating in a sense. We're connecting with that energy. And so I always say, if you're thinking about the future, no matter how probable you think that outcome is, you're still making up a story because it hasn't happened yet. So if you're going to make up a story, you might as well make it a good one. Right? Pour your energy into what you want, even if you think it's impossible. Try it, put your energy there, paint that picture. No matter how outrageous it is, pour your energy into the transformation of your world the way you would like to see it. Miracles happen every day, and the greatest miracle is a change in someone's perception. One change in my thoughts, one change Changes everything. It's like a mobile. It goes round and round, and then you remove one little piece of it, and it changes the entire dynamic. Long, deep breaths. We're almost there. Take a long, deep breath in, and as you exhale, step that back foot forward. Inhale the arms up to the sky, prayer pose down through the heart. Dive your hands down to the mat, plant them, step one foot back and then the other. Child's pose. A few breaths here. And then slowly walk yourself up, and you're going to come to stand on your knees. So you might want to place a blanket under your knees. And then once you get there, you're going to inhale your arms up overhead so the palms are facing each other. Close your eyes. Feel the energy between the palms. Just really focus on the energy. Feel it building and building, getting bigger and bigger. And here begin breath of fire. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Navel pumping up and back with each exhale. Fire of transformation. Our chakra system is absolutely amazing. We start with the energy of the roots that give us that foundation on which we can move up and start to create anything that we're inspired to create with our emotions, right? With our creative energy. And we move that through our power center, and we pump that power center so that energy of that which we want to manifest moves up into our heart space. And it fills with the compassion and the truth that we want to birth it into this world with. And then it comes out through that throat center as expression that's fed by the intuition of the third eye and by the knowing, the oneness, the infinite universe of the crown. It all meets here at the throat, and it's expressed out. So as we do this breath of fire, we're moving the energy up through that throat chakra. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your arms so they're at a T now, palms facing down. Breath of fire, 1 minute. So the first exercise builds the aura. This exercise extends the aura, extending the strength of your energy field. Every situation you encounter, your auric energy is there before you get there. The phone rings before you begin that conversation. Your auric energy is already there. The bigger it is, and the more full of your truth that it is, the more amazing your relationships are going to be, the more amazing even the most difficult conversations are going to be. Almost there. Take a deep inhale. Stretch your hands as if you were trying to push the walls away from you. Exhale, relax down. Bring yourself into easy sitting pose. From here, just begin some shoulder rolls. Nice and gentle. They don't have to be fast. Shoulders up to your ears, forward and back. Circulating the energy that you've created. Simple exercise, shoulder rolls, does so much. It opens the chest, the heart, the throat centers, relaxes the shoulders. We truly do carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. These phrases that we say all the time, they come from a seat of truth always. I mean, so much that we carry on our shoulders, move in the other direction. And then come to stillness. Come on to all fours, and we're going to go into our last standing position, and it's a real quick one. You're going to press yourself up into that downward facing dog. And once you get there, left leg comes up to the sky, and do 3 push-ups here with your leg up in the air. 3 push-ups. And then bring that leg down after your third. Wiggle your hips for a moment. Right leg comes up to the sky. 3 push-ups. After the third, you'll bring that foot down. Bring your knees to the mat. And come back into easy sitting pose, eyes closed. Take a few long, deep breaths. And then opening your eyes, you're going to bring your left hand straight out. And then you're going to take your right hand, bring it under. And you're going to kind of do that. So they're going to cross, and then you're going to turn them toward each other. You're going to grab on and just wait. Yeah, like that. And then you're just going to begin with your eyes closed, arm pumps. One minute here. Up and down, clearing the energy, making space, expanding. The more expansive that we can be energetically, the easier it is for us to embrace all of the amazing energies around us. We harness the wind, we harness the sun, we harness the moon. Inhale your arms up to the sky, release the hold, stretch, 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 shake your arms out a little bit. And bring them down to your knees, eyes closed. And then opening your eyes, arms out to the sides, palms down. You're going to swing your arms back and then up, and then back, and then up, and then back, and then up. Just keep going, eyes closed, 1 minute. Fanning the aura, getting that energy moving, because even in our auric field, the energy can become stagnant, and we don't want that, right? It's like we have to shake up the salad dressing in order to get all of the goodness, right? All of the flavors to blend. We never want to experience stagnancy in our energy. We always want to be the whole of who we are. You guys look amazing. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Float them down to your knees. Close your eyes. 1 minute silent meditation. Let your entire body relax. Don't worry about a really stiff, straight spine. Just let everything relax. Let your head balance on top of your spine. And then flipping your left palm up, if it isn't already, you're going to bring your left hand into Gyan Mudra, thumb and pointer finger touch. You're going to take your right hand, bring it up here, and you're going to just make that fist so that you have your pinky, your ring finger, and your thumb extended. We're going to do some alternate nostril breathing here using the right hand. So you're going to close off the right nostril, inhale through your left, close off your left, exhale right, inhale right, close, exhale left, inhale left, and continue that way. Let your eyes be closed, let your body be relaxed. A nice balanced breath meditation, balancing the left and right hemispheres of your brain, the left and right energies of your chakra system, Pingala, the Ida. Finding balance between it all. It's interesting because the Ida is the feminine energy and it begins on the left. Pingala is the masculine energy that begins on the right, and they kind of snake their way up. When they meet at the brain, they reverse roles. So that left energetic feminine energy, that free flowing energy, becomes the right brain energy. That fiery, logical right energy loops up and becomes that left brain energy. So our physical bodies, our energy bodies, our pranic bodies, they're always looking for balance between everything. After your next exhale through the left, let your hands come down. Stretch your legs out in front of you and just shake them out. You can tap them a little bit. And just shake them, shake them, shake them. Move them up and down, the whole entire leg from the thigh all the way down to your toes, to your soles. And come back up. Bring your legs back into easy sitting pose. Place your hands on your shins. And we're going to move toward the end of from where we started, spinal flexes. Maybe this time a little bit faster than we were in the beginning. When you're doing spinal flexes, if you do feel any kind of discomfort in your back, you can always shift where your hands are. So if they're on your shins, you can shift up to your knees. You can even place your hands on the outside of your thighs. Play with that. See what gives you the most space. The most ability to release anything that holds you back. The beauty of these bodies that we have, the physical, the emotional, the subtle, is that they all are so intertwined and integrated that if you work on one, it releases whatever you need to release from the other. That's why sometimes, if you're in a physical pain, asana isn't going to cut it, but you can sit and you can breathe or you can meditate. Right? And as your subtle bodies begin to relax, and all of a sudden, whatever's holding you back in your physical body begins to relax also. Not only hold us back, but those messages we get from our bodies, they're messages. We think we did something wrong or there's something wrong, but it's a signpost. It's a tap on the shoulder. It's a pay attention to me. The spinal flex physically, we know it's great for our backs, but it also changes our brainwave patterns. And they say that if you go beyond the 3-minute mark on spinal flexes, then your brain waves do begin to alter. And if you go beyond that, if you keep going, if you do spinal flexes for 11 minutes, there's this overall shift in every part of your body, every part of your makeup. Pausing and noticing. We're not going to do 11 minutes, don't worry. But I guess for some people, 11 minutes of spinal flex would be nothing, right? And for others, it would be really hard. It's crazy how we're all so alike and all so different. It's so important to honor that. Next time you come forward, stay, pause, heart forward, eyes closed. Take in all of the energy around you. Feel the ethers, space, that vibration. Maybe even begin to notice your skin as vibration. And as you bring your attention to the vibration of your skin, your cells, maybe you'll even experience a sense of all boundaries disappearing, and just becoming part of those ethers around you. Virtual floating in the energy, in the space. And as you open your eyes, come back to center. Inhale your arms overhead. Your arms are going to frame your ears. You're going to interlace your fingers together. Pointer fingers are up. For women, it's left thumb on top of right as we lock our thumbs. We're going to move into about a minute or so of Sat Kriya. So arms up, and we're going to be chanting together Sat. And as we say Sat, navel comes up. Nam, we gently release. It's not a real quick pace. Right? So eyes are going to be closed, rolled up to the third eye. And together we'll begin. Sat Nam. 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 Inhale. Pull the pelvic floor, navel center up, fingers moving up, up, up. Squeeze everything. Hold, hold, hold. Keeping your arms where they are. Exhale. One more time. Inhale fully. This time really squeeze, 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 and picture a beautiful light moving, spiraling up your spine from the root all the way up, moving through every chakra. Coming out through the crown, up through your fingers, connecting to that beautiful moon energy. Feel yourself pulled up, up, up. Exhale, arms wide around. Pause as your hands touch your knees. Eyes closed. Then either stay here or move on to your back for Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. If you're on your backs, you can bring your knees into your chest and take a little spinal twist, one side to the other. If you're seated, take a seated twist. And then wherever you are, you're going to bring the soles of your feet, the palms of your hands together and rub, feeling that connection, that fire. And coming to stillness. If you're on your backs, you can rock up or roll to the side. Come to a seat. We're going to do a short meditation before we close. And this is usually done as a tantric meditation. It's a group meditation and people's hands are touching. So I want you to bring your hands out and imagine pressing into each other's hands. I'm going to change it a little bit because we can't do it as a um, round the circle call and response. But I'm going to say Sat Nam and pause, and then you guys are going to respond Waheguru. And we're just going to keep on calling and responding that way. So every time I say Sat Nam, you'll respond Waheguru. Feel the energy of the person in each of your palms. Close your eyes, connect. We'll begin. Sat Nam. 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 Now we'll whisper Sat Nam. 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 Now silently to yourselves, Sat Nam Waheguru, really feeling the energy of each other, pressing into those imaginary palms to your right and to your left. Feeling the energy of Sat Nam Waheguru, the truth, our true identity, and the ecstasy, the bliss of that moving through the circle. Feel energy circulating through your palms around and around like a whirlpool, connecting you to each and every person in this circle and beyond. And then tilt your palms up to the sky. Sat Nam Waheguru. Feel the energy of the sun and the stars and the moon. And bring those palms together at your heart. Maybe tonight we'll stand outside, palms up, and whisper Sat Nam and hear the moon say back to you, Waheguru. Sat Nam Waheguru. Listen to the response of the moon. Feel that. The yogic version of howling at the moon. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Please join me in sealing our practice together with a long Sat Nam. Inhale deeply. Sa. Nam. Placing your thumbs in space between your eyes, dropping your chin into your own magnificent illumination. Be love, believe, be true to you. Sat Nam, everybody.